What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to make the Bendy Secrets of the Machine House. This is just the outside, and this is literally all it is. It's a little small, little short, a little anything else. And, yeah, literally with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all the materials you would need for this. Honestly, for how small it is, it's a lot of materials. Alrighty, and the space you need for this is a 13 by 12. Now, I also want to say before I even tell you any materials, you also need sandstone slabs in addition to the stuff that I showed. I did kind of oversee that. And black concrete as well. I did that in like 5 seconds, okay, leave me alone. You do need, though, to start off, not those materials. Well, you will need them probably, maybe, we'll see. You want dark oak planks, oak slabs, which we will probably also end up using for planks just to make our life a little easier. Stripped oak logs or wood, doesn't really matter. I mean, you can see the underside of it on the like bottom of that second floor, but it doesn't matter really. Stripped birch logs, stripped jungle logs, stripped dark oak logs, might as well just get them all out. Oak stairs, dark oak fence, and we will get out sandstone slabs, why not? If you also have a different version, if you're in survival and you have like a different version of sandstone, it doesn't matter. I just use normal because you're only seeing the top of it anyway. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 13 by 12 grid, cough, if you made it, you want to start by counting back diagonally to the right by 1, and going right, you're just going to place 11 dark oak planks. Pretty easy. You will then go back on the right with 9. And across the back by, we'll call it 3. Now you will take each corner, or I guess each end, and you're going to bring each end dark oak plank up with 5 stripped oak logs. So it's basically the far left, far right, back right, and then this, I guess, back left block. So this is kind of where you're looking at. In between those back two here in these 2 rows, you're just going to fill this in with dark oak fence. Pretty easy. And on this right side here, going from front to back, you kind of have a pattern going on here. So you want to start by placing an oak stair that faces forward, then behind it, oak slab, oak stair facing forward, oak slab, oak stair, again facing forward, oak slab, oak stair, again facing forward, and then end with an oak slab. You will copy this on top of itself, except use upside down oak stairs instead of, or I guess upside down everything instead of right side up. I'm actually just going to start with a row of slabs, and then punch in where the stairs should be, because I think that's a little bit easier. But you should end up with this, essentially. Kind of like a block and a half gap in between the vertical little slats. Pretty nice. Focusing our attention back to the front, you're going to place a row of oak slabs just on top of these dark oak planks here. Nothing fancy, just slabs. In the middle, you're going to place essentially a row of 3 oak stairs. They should be 4 off either end of dark oak planks, and again, it should just take up the middle 3 blocks. Now, at the left side here, if I can get the image up, that would be awesome. You want to bring this bottom dark oak plank here back by 4. On this end one, place 5 stripped oak logs on top. And then place something in this bottom row. I'll just do oak stairs temporarily. And then on top of those, you'll place 4 rows of, I believe upward facing, yes, upward facing stripped jungle logs. And then you'll break this placeholder. We don't have the lycra terracotta yet, so I just wanted to get the wall in anyway. Now, from that back stripped oak log row behind the jungle, you're going to bring the dark oak plank at the bottom here, right with 3 dark oak planks. Leave a 2 block gap. Then place 2 dark oak planks, and then you should just connect back with 4. So now you kind of have the, like a little L shape or something or other. On top of, we're doing the same thing actually here. Well, On top of the only corner, which would be this inner right corner, you're placing 5 stripped oak logs moving up. And then on top of every other dark oak plank here, with the exception of these 3 that are technically open, you're placing 5 stripped birch logs on top. Again, do just leave a little gap there at the left, because that'll be like gray terracotta. I think I said that, but you get to hear it again. Congrats. Now what you want to do is you want to, not the top row of stripped birch, but 1 row down from the top. Over this gap, you're just going to connect with upside down oak slabs. On top of the slabs, you'll just place a stripped birch on top of each. Now, to fill in the floor here, in line with the oak slabs here, you're going to just fill in this area with sandstone slabs. Leave the 3-block little slat here at the left, and make sure you do go inside of the doorway a block. Just like that. So yeah, you should have that. Pretty easy. Now, this is where things get a little more interesting. Get rid of your sandstone slabs and get a light gray terracotta, and just fill in this gap that I keep mentioning at the left. Get rid of your light gray terracotta and also your dark oak fence. And you can get out. What are we gonna get? I'll say mud brick wall. Excuse me. There's not a mud brick fence, and oak fence. And you want to take this front right-hand pillar here of the build and place a mud brick wall on top of it with an oak fence on top of that. Just one less thing to have to do. At the back, you want to just basically connect kind of what you have in a rectangle here. So you can take either dark oak end here and just kind of bring it across, and then you should meet at a point. And that point you can also bring up with 5 stripped oak logs. Yeah. Either wall here is just you're placing 5 rows of stripped birch on top. I cannot talk right now for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Apologies in advance. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night, by the way. I guess I am for the most part. Other than the lack of being able to coherently speak at the moment. But that's not all that important, surely. I sort of scammed you, actually. I am just realizing this, and I don't feel like this is enough of a problem for me to have to edit the whole thing out. But where you have this oak fence, you actually do want a second mud brick wall and then your oak fence. I just autopiloted to make it 1. Off of either side of that bottom mud brick wall, you're going to place an oak slab, and I would just connect them to kind of create a little bit of a corner. Bring these oak slabs all the way around the build, and just make sure you stay 1 block outside of the walls, and just kind of create a rectangle. It's not quite a square. It's a 13 by 12, which is the grid space. I guess if you want to count and make sure that you've done everything correct, then there's your right. Or I guess you could look at the tops of the logs. That kind of helps too. So yeah, there you go. Now, this is going to be annoying to place. I am just giving you that heads up right now. So from this mud brick thing again, you want to go back diagonally to the left, and you want to place a stripped oak log facing up from that bottom mud brick wall. Again, these will be a little bit annoying to place. You will bring this left with 4 upward facing stripped birch, which you're going to have to place, again, placeholders for, and then an upward facing stripped oak log at the end. You then want to go... Hold on, I'm just making sure that I have this number right. You're then going to go back with 3 stripped birch. So you should end up on top of your wall here. And then you will go out with 2. At the end here, stripped oak log. Bring that stripped oak log there back with... I need to keep switching pictures. Back with 3 upward facing stripped birch. And then another upward facing stripped oak log at the end. Now, you're going to do the same thing that we did on the bottom floor, just kind of a different corner. You're just bringing either stripped oak across with upward facing stripped birch until you meet at a point, which it will be a stripped oak log there. I would honestly just place a row of stripped birch like that. It's just a pain, I'm sorry. Really, there's no better way to do this, though, because these are floating anyway. I believe... Well, not yet, actually. We do have to wait a little bit to do that. I was going to say it's a good time to fill in the roof, but I want to wait. You'll see why. Let's start with the front section here. Well, first off... Not actually first off. Bring either of these front two most stripped oaks up by 4. And then you can bring the stripped birch on either side of it up by 5, so it's 1 taller. In the middle here, you're going to do the same on each row. You're going to go up from this bottom row of stripped birch with a single stripped birch, then a stripped dark oak, then a stripped birch, then stripped dark oak, and then 2 stripped birch. Now, you can go back with the stripped birch, the height of the stripped oak, or you can actually go 1 shorter. You can just bring these up by 3 each like that. Now, before we continue, get rid of your stripped dark oak logs and your stripped jungle logs, and get out birch slabs and birch trapdoors. So... you want to bring either of these stripped oak here on the left up by 3, and then that does mean you can fill in the stripped birch on the side here up to that height as well. Now, above these 3 stripped birches here on the left, you're going to place on top of each one a birch slab, and then 2 birch trapdoors. Now, I did get a comment about this one day, so I figured I should specify this. Basically, in order to crouch and place these like I just did for the second row, you want to be highlighting this one, and then you want to press... basically like you're going to fly up and also crouch at the same time. So I guess jump and crouch. And if you do that, it should stop you from flying and you can do it in place. Or you could technically do it this way as well. Which, you know, is a little bit harder, but you can do it. And then anyway, on top of each of those top birch trapdoors, you'll place a stripped birch. I would just bring the stripped birches here on the back up by 3, and do the same with the birch on the right side. And that corner of stripped oak here can be brought up by 4. So just to gain your bearings, you have this. On top of the peak here at the front, you want to place, basically on top of each top stripped log, you're placing an oak stair that kind of faces away from the center of the peak. And then you'll have one also off of the ends of the stripped oaks as well, like this. Now, I don't really have a good comment on how that looks, so we're just going to ignore everything and bring each stair forward by 1. Underneath each stair, with the exception of these kind of bottom stairs, you're going to place opposite and oak stairs that do face towards the center of the peak, like that. And that just gives you a nice little peak. I would bring this peak, or the right half of this peak, back until it overhangs this back by 1. And do the same thing with your upside down stairs. And I would also probably fill in the like stripped birch here. You can just mark out the rest of it. And you will also notice if you do just do the strip birch, you'll kind of have 2 here. So do just make sure it's that you do have an additional strip birch right there. On this kind of left side here, just so we can mark out this peak and get everything lined up properly, you want to place an oak plank on top of this middle stripped birch. You will extend it left by a block, and then you will extend each of that overhanging plank forward and back with a slab. Bring each oak slab down with an upside down oak slab. Bring those upside down oak slabs out with planks, and then bring those planks out with slabs. Now, you're just connecting the roof together, and for a refresher, it's planks go behind stairs, stairs go behind slabs, and slabs are kind of getting bullied. So basically, if I'm taking the left side of this roof here, I'm just bringing this stair back by 2, and then the slab left by or right by 2, excuse me. This plank right by 3, and then this next stair will end up going back by, what is it, 4? 4, and then this slab will go right by 3. And then once you hit this row of planks, the stairs will just go across. So the top 2 rows of the oak stairs should kind of be unaffected. And when I say kind of, I mean they should be unaffected. And then at the back here, just make sure you know where your stairs are supposed to be. And then have your upside down stairs as well once you overhang them. That's what the back should look like. We are almost done. Before we can clear inventory here, I want you to find there's a little gap here at the front left. And, well, I guess, yeah, there's a gap here at the front left in the roof. And it's a decent size. Basically, in this inner corner of strip birch, you're going to place an oak slab kind of in line with the bottom of the second floor. Extending left and also forward so it kind of sections off a 3x3. And in the back right hand of that 3x3, you want a 2x2 of upward facing stripped oak logs in line with the bottom of it. Just like that. You will then extend it up by 8. So you'll notice it'll be 1 block taller than the rest of the build. Now, before we actually continue this, so we can just clear inventory, fill in the rest of this kind of bottom layer roof here in with oak slabs where you can. Obviously, you will have like a couple spots where there's blocks. If you want to, I would also recommend making sure that you come to the underside here and check where you're going to have a gap, because you want this little portion to be filled in as well. Just like that. Now you can clear your inventory and get out. Mud bricks, spruce trap doors, lantern, spruce slabs, and black concrete, and that should finish off our build, unless I'm missing something catastrophic. So, coming back to the little tower thing here, on top of the top row of stripped oak, you want to place a row of mud brick. On top of the mud brick, row of spruce slabs. Now, around the top row of stripped oak, you want to place spruce trap doors, and you want to open them up against the stripped oak, so it kind of creates a little bit of a, almost like a, it makes it puff out a little bit more, just like that. On top of the lone oak fence over here, you want a lantern. And last but not least, you want to just black out your 1 window and 1 door just a block inside. Now this one's going to be a little bit weird with the trap doors. But that's what that one should look like. And then the doorway is just a block inside. It's really nothing crazy. Just like that. And once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Bendy Secrets of the Machine house complete. At least exterior. That was pretty easy. Certainly a change of pace from, I just made Nightmare Huggies my last tutorial that I recorded, so certainly a little bit of a change of pace. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.